Hi, Satnam and welcome. I'm Barnum Dave, and this is Yogic Living. As you can see, again, we're up here on the mountain, this beautiful setting, and today I'll be showing you how to make one of the things I just started making for myself called garlic tacos. So as the name implies, first we're going to start off with some garlic. So let's go ahead, pick out a couple bulbs here. I'm going to start by peeling them. I like to save the skins for my garden to compost. So let's go ahead and just peel it off. Peel off all the excess skin. Just start picking out the individual cloves. Now, I suppose some of you are wondering why garlic. Well, garlic is, in Ayurveda, it's considered almost the perfect medicine. They say almost because they said it would be a perfect medicine except for the smell. And but garlic really helps your immune system, helps to boost your immune system, helps your digestion, helps with so many things. Also, your vitality, and it tastes so dang good. So I came up with this because, as some of you may know, that I kind of live out in the middle of nowhere, and so I came up with this as an alternative to garlic burgers, which is one of my favorite things to eat. Because it's kind of a hassle to keep bread up here because there's no way to, it gets moldy, seems to get moldy pretty quick. And so I started making taco shells versus I started making taco shells versus purchasing bread and, letting it get all moldy and stuff. Because I didn't think that was a good thing, especially since, dogs can't eat bread, so it's not like I can just, gets moldy, you just give it to the dogs. Because they're not supposed to have grains and stuff. And so I came up with this method, and it tastes really good. And so what I do is I start out with 2 bulbs of garlic, as you can see, and I peel them all and get everything set. So now, as you can see, we have our garlic peeled. So now that we got it peeled, what we're going to do is get ourselves a knife and just cut it up into pieces. And pieces don't have to be very big. You don't have to get them real tiny. You don't have to get them real big either. So just about this size is good. As you can see, we've got her all chopped up now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little oil and put it over top of it. I know some people are a little tentative about using oil because they think it's unhealthy. My teacher always said, though, that oil helps to lubricate the body. And he's one of the more healthier, older people that I know. So I figure he must know a little something. So now we'll put a little oil on it. Or put some salt on it. And you can put more or less on depending upon what your tastes are. I like to use this pink sea salt, Himalayan pink sea salt. I find that honestly it has a better flavor than like the old Morton's salt. So I prefer that. And some black pepper. Black pepper really helps to open things up, open your channels up. So we'll put a generous amount of that on. And I happen to have some jalapenos that I just got out of my garden. And so I'm going to put some of those in as well. What I normally do is I'll put in crushed red pepper if I don't have any jalapenos, or if you're a little sensitive to pepper, of course you can just leave it out. But I like to put the little extra flavor in. You can also put oregano in, and to kind of give it more like a garlic bread feel. But I like the spiciness, and with the coupled with the black pepper, it really helps to kick open those blockages. I will just slice these up here. So now that we got our garlic and our jalapenos and everything all prepared, now we're going to work on the tortillas. So what we're going to do is, first off, we're just going to take a little water. I don't have any measuring cups up here, but it's going to be about half a cup of water. You know, I've eyeballed this before. Like I said, I've done this before. So I'm kind of like my mom in the respects of cooking, where I know how to eyeball things and get it to come out right. So what we're gonna do is, this tortilla recipe is really simple. So like I said, half a cup of water, quarter teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to start adding in our flour. Now, what I found with flour is that a lot of times, and they'll even tell you in fancy cooking books and stuff, that your flour is going to vary with the humidity of your environment. And so the amount of flour you're going to put in is different. If you're going to measure, I would start out with about half a cup and then work my way up. But again, I've done this before, and working without measuring cups, you kind of know what to look for and what the consistency is. The important thing with dough is that you want it to come out a certain way. You don't want it to be too runny. Right now it's too runny, as you can see. So we're going to add some more flour. And you don't want it to be too rough either, because then you'll have chunks of flourness. So as you can see, it's starting to come together. And that's going to be about right. So you want it to be this consistency, where it's coming together like this. I might even add a little bit more. There we go. You don't have to worry about kneading it or anything fancy like that. And then we're just going to add a little oil. Probably about anywhere between a quarter and a half a teaspoon of oil. Not too much. Just a little bit. It kind of helps to give it a little flavor. I use grapeseed oil. I don't know if you saw, but I like to use grapeseed oil. It kind of has a neutral flavor. Of course, if you wanted to give it a little bit more flavor, you could do olive oil or avocado oil. Avocado oil is always good. Avocado oil adds some different fats to it. So does olive oil. And if you're like me and you're cooking on the open flame, you want to let your flames die down a little bit. Obviously, this is a little bit too hot yet, so we're gonna give it a few minutes. So now that our flames have died down a little bit, let's go ahead and put on the garlic. And we'll let her sit, and let things get a little bit brown. We don't want to get it too done, or we don't want to do it too not done, because if you do it too not done, then you won't be able to eat it because it's so spicy. So we just want to get it at that right point. And as you can hear now, since the flames are so hot, cooking this way, it cooks a lot quicker, than but in a conventional oven you get a lot more even. Sometimes I get a little bit too done, so it just kind of depends. Probably most of you be cooking on a conventional stove anyways. Hear that nice sizzle. Take it off. That should be good. And it's gonna continue to cook a little bit too when we put it in the other pan because it's so hot. So now we're going to press out some tortillas. Now, if you don't have a tortilla press, you can what you could do is just roll it out either by hand or using a rolling pin. Tortilla press makes it pretty easy. Just press it out. And voila. Tortilla. So now we're going to put our pan back on here. Now, because because I live out in the middle of nowhere, I only have one pan, so I transfer the garlic and the jalapeno to another plate. So now we just take our tortilla and put her in there. As you can see, we're already starting to bubble here, which is a good thing. Usually doesn't take too long. And we flip. As you can see, it's not quite done on that side yet. And of course I'll flip her back and get her done some more. I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone, but as you rub your spoon up against there, you can kind of hear that crunchiness. That means it's somewhat toasted on that side. As you can see when I flip her, it's got some brown spots. You know, there's a lot more toastier on this side. You can even see the toastiness of it. Yeah, that should do it. And we're just gonna keep doing the same thing until we get until I feel I have enough taco shells. So as you can see, we got a good amount of tortillas made, and so now let's go ahead and sit down and eat. And before I eat, I like to say a little prayer to thank God for this wonderful food. Thank you, God, for this food. Thank you for blessing it, making it happy, healthy, and holy. Well, let's see how she turned out. As good as always. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to go finish my rest of my meal. But if you like this video, go ahead and give her a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified next time I upload a video, go ahead and hit that bell icon down there as well. And also, if you're interested, I did write a book about my experiences. It's called Why I Wear This Thing on My Head. I'm selling it for $10. You can go ahead and Venmo me, and go ahead and put your email in the Venmo, and I'll email you a copy of my book. All right, Sat Nam.